So, hello, good morning, and welcome to Wednesday 2022. This is the first event of a new series of events that we have created to promote open source and innovation in cloud and edge computing. In particular, the aim of this first event is to share with you the innovation in edge computing developed in the context of the Open Nebula's innovation project OneEdge that has been co-funded by the Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Program. Well, this is an introductory talk, and firstly, we would like to start describing our company, Open Nebula Systems. Open Nebula Systems is the company behind the Open Nebula open source cloud management platform. Open Nebula, of course, is an open source software infrastructure company. We provide support, professional services, and managed cloud services around the open source Open Nebula software. Our headquarters are in Madrid, in Spain, and we have offices in the US and the Czech Republic. Open Nebula is a technology, it's a project that was born in 2005 as the first open source solution for infrastructure service. Yes, time flies. It has been a while. Last Saturday, we celebrate the 14th anniversary of our first software release, technology preview of Open Nebula 1, that was released in March 26 in 2008. In Open Nebula, we are all about open source innovation. Okay, we think open source is the best tool, to have innovation, mostly in an infrastructure environment like cloud and edge computing. Many of the features offered by Open Nebula are the result of the support received from the European Commission through the participation of Open Nebula Systems in multiple research and development programs. Back in 2012, Neelie Kroes, EU Commissioner for Digital Agenda, already referred to Open Nebula as a flagship of open source cloud innovation. And more recently, in 2021, Open Nebula received an award in the European Innovation Council event about digitalization of the European industry. Our vision for the future of the next generation cloud edge is to bring vendor neutrality to the cloud and edge market. That is the strategy, long-term strategy we have defined in the context of Open Nebula, both as an open source project and as a company. We think this is extremely important, this vendor neutrality. And to do that, we have defined three strategic objectives. Bottom up, our first strategic objective is to provide, support for any infrastructure. So we want to unlock the power of a true hybrid and multi-cloud platform by combining edge, public, hosted, and private cloud operations. So we want to provide vendor neutrality and allow the users to run any workload on any type of infrastructure. The second one is more related to automation at any scale. We want to build this distributed edge cloud in an automated way using resources on demand. And the third strategic objective is more related to the application. We want to provide support to any application. That means we want to provide a platform that combines containers and virtual machine workloads in a common shared environment to offer the best of both worlds, the maturity of virtualization technology with the simplicity of container orchestration. So, we want to achieve this vendor neutrality, and our way to achieve this vendor neutrality is by delivering as open source a platform that supports any infrastructure at any scale and to run any application. In our view, this is fully aligned with the European Union strategic objectives for the digital decade and the use of open source as the key element to achieve Europe's resilience and digital sovereignty. Well, this project, OneEdge, whose results we are presenting today, has been a very first step in our strategy to lead the innovation the cloud edge continuum. Thanks to OneEdge, you will see in the context of this event that we have extended Open Nebula with the features needed to build edge as a service environment. Of course, this is not our last step. This is only the beginning. Regarding OneEdge, as a product, the next step is business acceleration. The next step is to go to commercialization using a hosted managed edgeify service that we will describe later in the context of this event, and we released 3 months ago as a technology preview. But regarding Open Nebula, we will continue doing innovation. Next step, of this innovation is to manage, and orchestrate the data center, cloud, and edge continuum. And this work will be and is being developed in the context of different initiatives, like the European Alliance for Industry Data, Edge and Cloud, GaiaX, IPCI, or the Sovereign Edge.eu, and many others that, of course, will come. The idea is to continue the innovation and bringing this innovation to our community, to the market, thanks to open source software. Well, let me very briefly introduce the agenda. Just after my presentation, Ana Juan Ferrer from the European Commission will speak about edge computing in Europe. Then we'll have a session about the results of the One Edge project from the perspective of the project itself, the perspective of the technology, the perspective of the product. And then we will have a demo of the system up and running with that use case that requires resources from cloud and from the edge and from data centers. Then we have a session where our friends from different partners and companies that have used or using the results of the project will show, okay, different use cases, okay, for different environments. Then we have a sessions where different our friends that are part of companies with different technology products that have been integrated with One Edge will present, okay, those integrations. And then last, of course, not least, this is all about innovation. So we will talk about research and innovation beyond One Edge. Of course, we would like to thank to all the speakers for your contributions, your work, okay? Of course, the companies and organizations that supported us during this project, during the One Edge project, and has collaborated with us in edge and cloud computing during the last 2 years. Just a very brief announcement, okay, to finalize. I want to well, you know that we have an annual conference, okay? We are in May celebrating our 9th, okay, edition of our conference. This is the first time that we do this conference virtual. You know that in previous editions, we went to Boston, the US, Berlin, in Germany, Barcelona, many times there. But this time, this event will be virtual. I mean, the announcement is that the call for presentation for this event is open now, and the deadline is 8th of April, so in a few days. Of course, we would like to thank the European Commission for the support in order to funding support to execute this innovation project, One Edge. And this is from my side. Thank you. I mean, we are very honored to having Ana Juan Ferrer from the European Commission as our first speaker. So thank you, Ana.